Have you ever discovered yourself positioned at a dining surface with an expertly prepared seafood dish arranged before you, seasoned gently with citrus and aromatic plants, wondering whether this cuisine meets nutritious consumption criteria? This is seafood. It's broadly recognized that aquatic protein provides multiple wellness advantages. To be honest, in numerous cases, this is truly correct. Seafood represents a low-fat protein source and is renowned for its valuable omega-3 essential fats, which prove especially beneficial for cardiovascular and cognitive wellness, particularly during our advancing years. Think about this: some of the most frequently eaten aquatic proteins which we commonly assume contribute favorably to our wellness might, actually, create greater dangers than advantages. Picture learning that particular seafood varieties could be slowly compromising your wellness, quietly influencing your cognition, your neural pathways, and even your cardiovascular system, completely without your knowledge until the situation becomes severe. Remarkably, numerous people stay uninformed of this reality. As we advance through existence, our systems become less capable at eliminating harmful substances, as they previously accomplished. Marketed as high quality, experts confidently recommend, this is no longer accurate. It's conceivable that these aquatic proteins aren't part of your everyday nutrition but happen occasionally, like during a family cookout, community gathering, or throughout your standard dining occasions. Yet, those minor instances accumulate, especially when your system shows increased sensitivity to consumption. I'm not present to create anxiety, but instead to offer a warning message. If you're beyond 60 or responsible for caring for someone in that demographic, this knowledge is crucial for protecting your extended wellness. In today's presentation, I'll direct you through 6 seafood varieties that should be completely avoided by mature adults under all conditions. Which element of the presentation did you find most engaging? Please express your opinions in the discussion area below. If you find the material engaging, please consider approving the presentation, following the platform, and enabling the alert system to remain informed about new publications. These aren't simple suppositions. This knowledge comes from wellness studies, actual case examples, and the guidance that nutrition experts are quietly recommending mature people to avoid. It's probable that some of these products are presently in your refrigeration unit. Multiple choices appear on restaurant lists nationally, and one of them, number 4, will probably be most shocking to you. By this presentation's end, you'll clearly understand what to avoid and the explanations behind it. Most crucially, you'll access superior, more secure, and more intelligent options that permit you to appreciate your selections without sacrificing flavor or wellness. Before continuing, I'd like to present a simple question. If you're present because of your worry for your wellness or someone dear to you, please leave a short comment below, writing, "I'm here." This shows that the message reaches the right people. Please remember to follow if you haven't already. Daily we share valuable perspectives that enable mature adults to improve their longevity, strength, and understanding. Are you ready to continue? We'll examine the 6 seafood varieties that deserve your consideration, starting with one frequently praised for its flavor yet containing hidden dangers for mature people. First variety, large mackerel. Think about this situation: your grandfather has always maintained the respected position of the cooking expert within the household. Every Sunday, he's found on the deck skillfully preparing thick, succulent portions of large mackerel. He firmly supports it. Beneficial for heart wellness and mental function. It's important to recognize that seafood can be quite advantageous, especially when choosing the correct type. Yet, as time passes, you start noticing a clear transformation in him. He seems to experience more exhaustion than usual. He tends to forget simple details, like names, meetings, and where the remote control is located. Sometimes, his hands show a slight shaking when he lifts his morning coffee cup. Initially, one might blame it on natural aging processes. It's just part of growing older, right? But what if that's not the situation? What if the very thing he thought was helping his wellness was actually slowly causing more harm than he ever realized? Here's the crucial knowledge you need to understand. Large mackerel contain some of the highest mercury concentrations among seafood species. Mercury is categorized as a heavy metal, and during youth, the system typically shows greater resistance. As we age, our ability to remove toxins like mercury decreases. This means it builds up quietly over time, until it starts affecting your mental processes, emotional condition, and even your physical functions. Excessive mercury contact in seniors can cause significant mental decline, nerve harm, reduced coordination, and potential heart complications. Yet, this is where many people often misunderstand the situation. There's frequently confusion between large mackerel and Atlantic mackerel. It seems quite similar, doesn't it? However, they show significant differences. Atlantic mackerel represents a safer choice, lower in mercury, higher in nutrients, and truly a suitable option for mature adults. But large mackerel, it's a deceptive wellness danger. Nobody seems to express concerns about this issue. If it's currently in your freezer, if it's a regular choice at the seafood section, it might be time to think about an alternative. You don't need to completely remove seafood from your nutrition, absolutely not. There are better choices that are both pleasant and secure. Think about choosing wild-caught salmon or sardines instead of large mackerel. Both contain abundant omega-3 essential fats, low mercury levels, and prove highly beneficial for mental and heart wellness. They represent not only improved safety, but also wiser choices for lasting wellness. It's important to understand that at this life stage, food decisions go beyond simple taste. It's vital to protect your future one meal at a time. Yet mercury isn't the only danger present in your seafood. Certain aquatic proteins create a different threat, targeting your immune defenses and quietly weakening your natural protection at crucial moments. We'll now examine the second seafood type that mature adults should avoid, tilefish. It's important to note that regarding tilefish, you might not realize you're eating it. It's quite clever. As you sit at an elegant establishment, perhaps celebrating a birthday, anniversary, or simply enjoying a special evening, you notice the white fish or catch of the day displayed on the menu. It seems quite innocent, doesn't it, delicate and light, possibly grilled with a lemon butter preparation. One might think seafood is naturally good for wellness. Yet it's not always revealed that the fish might actually be tilefish. What about tilefish makes this concerning, especially for people aged 60 and above? I'd like to explain the reasons. Tilefish, particularly those from the Gulf of Mexico, show some of the highest mercury concentrations among seafood species. We're discussing levels that surpass those of large mackerel. For mature adults, this creates a major problem. Mercury isn't just a topic in alarming documentaries, it's a real concern. When it builds up in your system, it starts affecting your neurological wellness. This means your thinking processes, your balance, your memory, your mood. Extended contact with mercury toxicity might cause symptoms like numbness, confusion, memory problems, and in some people, signs resembling dementia. What makes this situation worse? Tilefish often appears on menus as a premium choice. It might come with a higher price, better presentation, an exotic-sounding name. However, expensive doesn't necessarily mean healthy. In this case, it's completely opposite. When eating out, it's wise to ask about the specific white fish being served. Please express yourself freely, you deserve to know what's on your plate. If tilefish is mentioned, politely refuse and ask if they have a safer choice, like cod or haddock. Both options are easy on digestion and have much lower mercury levels. Your system, especially your brain, will benefit from this choice. Third seafood, swordfish. This particular item certainly creates a specific impression, doesn't it? Swordfish isn't usually found in typical daily meals. It appears at upscale establishments, possibly on a cruise ship or during family gatherings at fancy restaurants. It's not unusual to hear an older parent or grandparent say, "I'll treat myself this time. I'll choose the swordfish. It seems quite luxurious. Rich in flavor, exceptional in their view. It might be seen as a beneficial indulgence." Yet it's important to note that this seemingly innocent treat might be quietly contributing to long-term wellness problems. Swordfish ranks among the longest-living and largest predatory fish in the ocean. Consequently, it takes years to build up mercury and other toxins from the food chain. By the time it reaches your plate, that beautiful fillet might contain high mercury levels. It's important to understand that mercury doesn't simply move through your system and disappear, particularly in mature adults whose metabolism has slowed. It stays in the body. Could you clarify where it goes? The kidneys, the nervous system, and the brain. This means increased risk of nerve damage, memory complications, tremors, and mental deterioration. If you or someone close has a history of kidney problems, high blood pressure, or neurological issues, consider that swordfish might worsen these conditions. Many people assume that thorough grilling will remove any harmful elements, right? Unfortunately, that's not how mercury works. It can't be removed through cooking. It can't be hidden by seasoning. Mercury stays in the meat, whether it's raw, baked, or flame-grilled. What options exist if you or someone you care about enjoys a strong, flavorful fish? There are more secure choices available that keep the essence of taste. Consider trying trout, particularly rainbow trout or pollock. Both are known for their mild flavor, flaky texture, and simple preparation. They contain minimal mercury, are rich in beneficial fats, and are much gentler on aging organs. It involves making smart substitutions, replacing a risky choice with a better one. At this life point, food goes beyond mere enjoyment. It plays a vital role in protecting wellness against risks. Imagine if I told you that the next fish is one you probably know from various sushi menus, seafood platters, and upscale buffets. It's elegantly presented, well-regarded, a favorite choice for seafood enthusiasts. Yet for mature adults, it could potentially create similar risk levels as the previous three, if not greater. The fourth fish is ahi tuna, commonly called big-eye tuna. This might surprise you. Sushi evenings have expanded to attract a wider audience, beyond just younger demographics. You've probably observed or maybe even participated in older friends, parents, or yourself enjoying a fresh sushi platter. This is a social activity. The experience is refreshing, modern, and gives a sense of vitality and wellness. At the presentation's center lies a beautiful slice of deep red ahi tuna. Yet it's important to consider that ahi tuna might not benefit your system as commonly thought. For mature adults, it can indeed create a significant wellness risk. Let's examine it closely. Big-eye tuna are known for their longevity and deep-water swimming ability. Similar to swordfish, it holds a high position in the food chain, leading to greater mercury accumulation compared to many other seafood species. Unlike swordfish, ahi tuna is often eaten raw, which introduces another concern. Bacteria. During youth, when the immune system is strong, the body might effectively handle occasional contact with bacteria in raw fish. Yet as we age, the immune system naturally becomes weaker. Over time, a mild bacterial infection from raw tuna can have serious consequences, lasting longer and creating greater risks than expected. We're discussing problems like salmonella, listeria, and various parasites that the body increasingly can't fight effectively. What happens when you combine mercury contact with bacterial risk? That creates a major challenge to an aging system. Many people mistakenly think all tuna types are the same. One might see tuna on a label as a trustworthy choice. Yet there's a big difference between categories. Big eye and albacore tuna are on the high mercury list. These are typically featured in gourmet sushi rolls or premium seared tuna steaks. While they might offer rich flavor, the associated risks shouldn't be ignored. Conversely, skipjack tuna, commonly called light tuna in canned products, is much safer. It has reduced mercury levels, costs less, and allows easier portion control. I'd like to suggest the following: if you enjoy tuna or care for someone who does, choose canned light tuna as your preferred option. Limit consumption to maximum 2 servings weekly for seniors, and prioritize cooked options over raw when possible. This is a simple adjustment, yet it could significantly improve awareness of hidden wellness risks. Now let's shift to a different focus. The next fish we'll discuss is found not just in regular grocery stores, it enjoys remarkable popularity worldwide. However, many people don't realize it's often raised under conditions that are highly questionable and potentially toxic. For seniors, this is a troubling issue that needs our attention. Please comment 1 if you relate to this situation, or 2 if you find this information useful. Additionally, if this presentation makes you think. Fish number 5 is farmed salmon. This is a familiar sight when entering your local grocery store, a carefully displayed salmon fillet showcased prominently. The color is vibrant pink, the price is reduced, and one might think this is a great deal, since salmon is known for its wellness benefits, right? Yet it's important to note that not all salmon is the same quality. If the salmon is farmed, particularly from regions with less strict regulations, like Chile or certain Southeast Asian areas, it might contain more than just protein and omega-3 fats. Let me explain. Farmed salmon are raised in crowded underwater enclosures where many fish live in confined spaces, eating pellets made from poor-quality ingredients. These conditions create an ideal environment for disease and parasite growth. To reduce outbreak risks, these fish often receive antibiotics, and sometimes they're treated with chemical dyes to improve flesh appearance, as it would otherwise look gray. But the situation gets worse. The same feed they receive is often contaminated with PCBs, polychlorinated biphenyls, and dioxins. These industrial chemicals are linked to serious wellness risks, including cancer, hormone disruption, and immune system damage. Consider the impact on an elderly system, which is naturally more sensitive and vulnerable. These chemicals might cause inflammation, worsen arthritis, and put additional stress on the heart system. Still, many people continue believing all salmon is the same. Upon hearing about omega-3s, people often think they're making a good choice. Yet it's important to acknowledge that farm-raised salmon might create more risks than benefits, especially when eaten regularly. What's the solution? Look for wild-caught Alaskan salmon. It's cleaner, leaner, and enriched with naturally occurring omega-3 fats. It comes from unpolluted waters and is harvested using methods that minimize exposure to various chemicals and aquaculture risks. While it might cost slightly more, prioritizing your wellness or that of loved ones is a worthwhile investment. This brings us to the final fish on our list, one that might create mixed emotions for many seniors. This upcoming fish represents more than mere food. It embodies comfort, a historical experience, a reminder of home in today's world. Even comfort food comes with warnings. Picture your grandfather in the kitchen expertly frying a batch of crispy catfish, just as he always did. This is a weekend tradition, a family favorite. The smell brings back memories, recalling moments of happiness and togetherness from childhood. Yet what if I told you that same catfish, if imported, might create significant risks for him? We're facing a problem. Imported catfish, particularly those from certain Asian regions, are often raised in unregulated fish farms with poor sanitation and questionable practices. These farms use antibiotics and chemicals to prevent disease outbreaks. Yet many antibiotics are banned in the US due to their connection with antibiotic resistance and potential long-term wellness complications. When a senior eats catfish from certain sources, they might expose themselves to drug-resistant bacteria that their immune system can't handle. It's important to note that mature adults typically show reduced immune responses. A condition that might cause only minor stomach upset for a younger person could potentially result in serious illness, hospitalization, or worse consequences for someone 65 and older. Still, people choose it because it's cost-effective, accessible, and available in larger quantities. Yet that lower price has hidden costs. What's the safest path? If you or your family enjoys catfish, choose U.S. farmed varieties. United States fish farming standards are much stricter, featuring better water quality, regulated feed, and limited antibiotic use. Regardless of source, ensure it's thoroughly cooked and properly prepared. Catfish can reduce bacterial contamination risk, particularly for people with slower digestive systems or chronic wellness conditions. Comfort food should provide comfort, not risk. Having reviewed these 6 seafood types that mature adults should avoid eating, it's time for reflection. Consider what this means for your wellness or for someone you value. Every item on this list represents more than just scientific facts, it embodies a commitment to safety and protection. It focuses on maintaining better life quality one meal at a time. Let's pause briefly. We've discussed mercury, toxins, and hidden risks with commonly eaten fish. Yet at the heart of this matter, this concerns something more significant. Watching a beloved person make choices that gradually threaten their wellness, often unknowingly, is distressing. It's possible your mother thinks she's making a healthy choice by selecting salmon. It could be your grandfather who continues enjoying his favorite fried fish from the diner every Friday. They're trying to do the right thing, continuing their established habits. Yet these seemingly small daily decisions might be slowly affecting their wellness negatively. It's clear this is happening, they're becoming more tired, experiencing increased forgetfulness, getting sick more often. One might wonder if it's just aging. But sometimes it also relates to what's served to them. That's a significant challenge. These are the people who raised and guided us, who gave us everything. In these later years, they're the ones who need our support most. Yet it's important to note, this moment, right now, is where change happens. This isn't about fear or guilt, this is about power. Your power. Now you're informed. You know the warning signs to watch for. You know which choices involve risk and which provide safety. With that knowledge, you can tactfully guide your parents toward better options, ensuring they feel comfortable throughout. You can help your spouse make better decisions at the grocery store, review the menu before ordering. Not from worry, but from love. In our later years, love shows itself this way. It looks like checking a label, asking where this fish came from, exploring new options this week. So I want to emphasize, you don't need to eliminate fish from your nutrition. You can continue enjoying your favorites, just approach this more thoughtfully. Choose wild-caught options, select low-mercury varieties, pick options that improve your wellness rather than detract from it. Even small changes can lead to significant improvements in mental clarity, physical strength, heart wellness, and sleep quality. Isn't that what we all want to achieve in our later years? Isn't that what we want for those we care about? Let today be the beginning. Tonight, please check your refrigerator, examine what's inside, read the labels, think about the knowledge you've gained today, and consider taking one small actionable step forward. It might involve replacing Big Eye tuna with canned light options, switching that farmed salmon from a sale bin with a cleaner wild-caught choice, or having a dinner table discussion about making informed choices together. Change starts not through grand, dramatic actions, but through thoughtful, caring steps in the right direction. It's important to understand that regardless of your age or wellness history, you maintain control. Your wellness is a priority that deserves attention. It remains achievable, better decisions, better circumstances ahead. They're possible and can start immediately. Caring for yourself or a loved one goes beyond just medicine and appointments. It relates to your daily actions, your food choices, your knowledge, and how you act on it. I promise you, these small details make a big difference. Let's consolidate our thoughts. In summary, there are 6 seafood types that mature adults should carefully consider before including in their meals. Large mackerel is often seen as a healthy option, yet contains significant mercury levels. Tilefish is frequently hidden in dining choices, creating subtle cognitive wellness risks. Swordfish appears refined but proves formidable in nature. Ahi tuna and big-eye tuna are popular sushi choices, yet might create risks, particularly for people with aging immune systems. The concern with farmed salmon lies not in the fish itself, but in its cultivation methods. Imported catfish is readily available and affordable, yet often carries hidden harmful effects. At first glance, each might seem harmless, even beneficial. Yet as we've discovered today, each presents distinct risks to the aging population, from mercury buildup to inflammation and harmful bacteria. As one ages, the immune system becomes less efficient and organ sensitivity increases, making those risks significant. I'd like to hear your thoughts now. Have you or a family member regularly eaten any of these fish without knowing the associated risks? Was one a regular feature in your household, as it was in mine for many years? Please share your thoughts in the comments section. I review each submission and am genuinely interested in hearing your stories, questions, or preferred safer alternatives. Let's learn from each other and move forward together. This goes beyond being just a presentation, it embodies a community. If this has helped you, even slightly, kindly consider giving it approval to ensure it reaches others who might also find this information valuable. Please consider following if you haven't yet. This platform serves as your daily resource for genuine, actionable guidance on aging gracefully, staying informed, and caring for yourself and loved ones with purpose and insight. We address comprehensive topics including nutrition, mental wellness, and meaningful lifestyle choices daily. Whether you're seeking support for yourself or for someone cherished, you've arrived at the right place. Before we conclude, I'd like to express, I appreciate your support, your concern, your curiosity. Thank you for prioritizing knowledge and action instead of fear and confusion. Your presence gives significance to this message. Every informed decision you make today contributes to a better future for yourself and loved ones. Therefore, exercise wisdom, maintain your wellness. I look forward to seeing you in the next presentation. Wishing you all the best, take care and stay well.